Coming up, 3 Springdale District students have been named National Merit Semifinalists. We spoke to them to learn about their aspirations and hopes for the future. Plus, you see him in the mall, you see him on TV, but do you really know who the man in the red suit is? We'll give you the inside scoop on Santa Claus. And some special guests came by our studio earlier this week. The FFL Younglings inspired us with an original song to spread awareness of feeding wildlife in our area. All that and more in this episode of Springdale Today.
My favorite part about Christmas is the presents.
Food.
My favorite part about Christmas is getting the presents.
My favorite part about Christmas is opening your presents on Christmas morning.
The best Christmas present I've ever received is probably my new iPhone.
Food.
Probably getting to do things with your family.
Probably being with your family and going outside in the snow.
I love the lights and decorating the house and spending time with my family and celebrating Jesus' birthday.
I like the cold weather and hot chocolate a lot, and then spending time with family.
Lots of food.
My favorite thing about Christmas, all of it, because it's like the most joyful and happy holiday. Like you just get to spend all the time you want with all your loved ones. So that's pretty cool.
Hello everyone, I'm Amanda Thadnackham.
And I'm Trenton Wheeler.
Today is Friday, December 9th, 2016, and thank you for joining us for our holly jolly 8th episode of Springdale Today. On today's show, we will feature 3 commercials produced by Anna Ramirez, featuring 3 parents in the Springdale Family Literacy Program. Please look for these commercials during our breaks. The Family Literacy Program does such great work in our community. Trenton, this is my favorite time of the year.
Mine too, and today's show will bring a lot of holiday cheer. Later in the show is our Christmas special, and I am very excited. But first, our top story of the Thanksgiving break. Max Roeder won a national competition. He produced a video featuring the Har-Ber High School student Morgan King in the construction school program. Here's the NCCER National Award-winning video.
Hi, my name is Morgan King. I'm an 11th grader and I'm from Arkansas. The project that I'm building currently is a cabinet for the workshop that will hold and store tools using a pegboard on the back of it. The reason I enjoy construction is because it's hands-on, unlike any other classroom where you sit at a desk and do work. Here you get to create something on the computer, go back and put it on the machine and cut it out, and then you get to come back here and build it and go through the whole process, and the end project is just awesome to see. My favorite career in construction is construction management. This is where you basically plan the project, coordinate the project, and then you complete it. To me, construction separates me from any other student at Har-Ber. It allows me to come back here and do what I love and enjoy school.
NCCER is a not-for-profit 501c3 educational foundation created in 1996 as the National Center for Construction Education and Research. It was developed for the support of more than 125 construction CEOs and various associations and academic leaders who were united in revolutionizing training for the construction industry. This is Max's 2nd national award. How awesome is that?
That is great. 3 high school seniors from Springdale and Har-Ber have been named National Merit Semifinalists, a highly distinguished honor that opens up the opportunity for scholarships. Here is their story.
To be a National Merit Semifinalist, it means to be determined. You put all this work into your schooling, like from way back, even when you were in middle school, junior high, I took advanced classes, and I got the opportunity to take the PSAT in 9th grade. I had to dedicate a lot of time to taking the test. 3 times I took the PSAT, and my schoolwork and studying, and I attended the boot camp. So I just think it means to be determined. When I analyzed the text and whatnot in the PSAT, it felt more like it would be applicable to like college, not just college work, but in real life, like what I'm learning in AP Lang. It's rhetoric and stuff like that in the reading sections. And it was math that you would practically apply in everyday situations. So I think the test itself helped, but also like the skills that you need to learn to take the test and the determination, the time you need to put into it, the effort you need to put into it.
To me, being a National Merit Semifinalist is being recognized for my hard work and for my achievements throughout my high school career. I put a lot of work into my class and I try and push myself in everything I do. To prepare for the PSAT, the biggest thing I'd recommend is just having practice. I took the test, I believe, 2 times before I actually took the real one in my junior year, and it just, all that practice just led up to that last moment where I knew what I was doing. I knew what kind of questions would be asked. I knew what to do, when to guess, how much time to take, and that's the biggest thing, just finding your pacing and knowing how you take the test and how you should react to every type of question. It just feels like being recognized for that and being awarded something that shows that I have put forth the effort that I needed to get where I am today.
My name is Mary Emma Hignite, and I'm a National Merit Semifinalist. National Merit is a scholarship corporation, and what they do is they have you take the PSAT. You'll take it if you go to Springdale, and I think other places, you'll take it your sophomore year and then your junior year. And your junior year is when it counts. I got a 1480 on it. And to get there, I did practice tests. I got a booklet from, I think, Barnes & Noble that was just the PSAT prep. And I went through and I did practice tests and I read strategies and just sort of repeated that over and over until I thought I could get a good score. For people preparing to take the PSAT, I would suggest practicing well in advance, go through different practice tests, because in the end the hard work will pay off and you'll be able to get the score hopefully.
If you are interested in becoming a National Merit Semifinalist, you can begin taking the PSAT in junior high. Reach out to your counselor for more information about this program.
Our next story is a touching personal story of overcoming adversity. Jacob Velliquette is an avid mountain biker until one day the future of biking was in question. Here is his amazing story.
So I got into mountain biking about 2 years ago when I was riding my bike from Walmart that my parents got me for Christmas. And I just really liked going out and riding with friends a lot, and thought it was a lot of fun and really started getting into it. And then it was, I believe, April of like 2014 when I finally got my first mountain bike from Lewis & Clark. So last year, on the morning of the homecoming dance, I decided I was going to go out for a bike ride in the morning at a local trail by my house that I knew pretty well. So I went out to ride some trails, do a couple jumps as well, and I was about to call it good for the day to head in. And I had 2 jumps in mind that I wanted to hit right before I left. So I packed up my stuff from sitting on the side of the trail and started heading down. So I make it down, and right before I take the jump, my memory is lost. I don't remember taking the jump, and the next thing I remember is waking up to 2 guys just pouring water on my head. So I woke up from being unconscious for about 10 minutes, and these guys just kind of realized that, you know, I wasn't dead, and were able to get me an ambulance, and I got rushed to the ER, where they determined I had a mild concussion, but thankfully none of my bones were broken. So I was wearing my helmet when that happened, and that's why I'm still here today. If I hadn't had that helmet on, I would be gone. I'd be dead, and that's something that I just thank God for often when I think about it, and that I know my parents definitely thank God for. I just think it's incredible that I am still here and that I do still love to ride my bike. That just because an accident like that happened doesn't mean that I wanted to quit and to move on to something else. That I still recognize that as my passion and still continue to get out and ride and just love doing it, finding new trails and still hitting some jumps, but definitely just being really careful with what I do and always wearing that helmet.
Mountain biking is more than a hobby for Jacob. It's a way of life. He participates in the Har-Ber mountain biking team, and he will attend the University of Arkansas after graduating high school.
Staying with the theme of inspirational people in our district, Janice Bengston is a band director at J.O. Kelly Middle School. She believes it is her mission to use her talents to inspire students to achieve in band and in life. Here's her story.
Hello, I'm Janice Bengston, and I'm the band director at Kelly Middle School. I've been at Kelly Middle School, this is my 7th year. It's a fantastic place to teach because we have really great students. We have students that contribute at their very best every single day that they're here.
Band personally is important to me because music is kind of an escape from everyday life and schoolwork, and sometimes it can be a bit much. So music and being able to play my clarinet and being able to play it well because of her is such an important thing to me.
Our students need to understand it and have the opportunity to experience performing it and learn about it and to perform music at a very high level. It is a big part of being human, and so it's really important that our students have the opportunity to participate in learning music.
Ms. Bengston does an incredible job of meeting the needs of the students at Kelly Middle School with helping them find instruments. She finances payment plans for them to meet the needs of the parents that, you know, maybe they can't afford that instrument immediately, but the kid wants to be involved in the band or getting their music book or their t-shirt and those sorts of things. So she does a really good job of connecting with them, understanding her students, the parents, what they're going through, and just making sure that they have an equal opportunity to be involved in the band program.
Kelly Middle School, one of the things that we've had to work really hard to do, and we've been so supported by our school system, is to have students be able to have access to instruments. And so there's a lot of time spent acquiring used instruments and instruments that are affordable so that our students have the opportunity to learn to perform.
Yeah, it's like the school buys instruments for kids that can buy the instruments their own, and they just give it to them so that they have an opportunity to go in the band. It's a good program, especially if people want to be in band like me.
Across the nation, more and more schools have cut music programs, primarily in schools with high poverty rates. What that really does is increase the gap for poor students. The opportunity to do hard things teaches students to do other hard things. Band encompasses so many aspects of life and learning, and I am eternally grateful that the Springdale Public Schools have done everything in their power to make sure that every student has the opportunity to be part of the band.
You can attend J.O. Kelly band concerts several times a year at the Springdale High School Performing Arts Center, and you can also see the great work on the Springdale School's YouTube channel in the J.O. Kelly playlist. You know, I was actually in band once. I had some of my best memories there.
Oh, that is so neat. Okay, coming up after the break is our SDTV Christmas special. We think you're gonna like this.
There goes Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. Nice. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glowed. Like a light bulb?
All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let for Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say,
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
Then all the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Yippee!
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer,
you'll turn down every story. Merry Christmas, ladies.
Springdale Schools is the choice for your student to follow their dreams and reach new heights. With the best facilities and some of the best teachers in the state of Arkansas, Springdale Schools is obviously the choice for you.
The Springdale school system is a choice for your students to reach their full potential.
The choice for veterinarians.
The choice for scholars.
The choice for athletes.
Choice for being a teacher.
The choice for a business leader.
The choice for you to follow your passions even when everybody else sees them as foolish.
Springdale Schools isn't just the choice for your students today, it's the choice for the future.
Bueno, el programa lo conocí a través de la misma escuela. Divino tener un segundo idioma y el propósito mío es ayudar a mis nietos, conocer más gente, poderme comunicar con los demás. Me gusta estar entre la comunidad. Con un nieto en kindergarten. El primer día que vine se me ofreció la oportunidad de poder venir a aprender inglés si lo deseaba. I joined SLFP because to practice English and you should too.
Welcome back. Christmas is celebrated all around the world and everyone knows who the man behind the plan is, but how did Santa come about? Let's find out.
It's that time of the year again. It's Christmas time here in Springdale, and today we're going to show you the truth behind the man, the myth, and the legend, Santa Claus. The original Claus was known as a monk named St. Nicholas. The rumored St. Nick was born sometime around 280 AD in Patara, near Myra in modern-day Turkey. Renowned for being kind and selfless, many classical stories were based off St. Nick. 'Tis said that he donated all of his earned wealth and scoured the countryside, helping the poor and helpless. Through the years, his popularity skyrocketed, and he became known as the protector of children and sailors. December 6th was traditionally considered a great day to make large purchases or get married, as it was the anniversary of his death. By the time of the Renaissance era, St. Nick was the most popular saint in all of Europe. Even after the Protestant Reformation, when the devotion of saints began to be looked down upon, St. Nicholas was still viewed in a positive light, especially in Holland. Santa Claus has evolved over cultures and countries all over the world, each having their distinct quirks and traditions to celebrate him. Some of these being replacing milk and cookies with beer, Guinness, and mince pies. Also leaving carrots or hay and shoes outdoors. And my personal favorite, switching the classic reindeer with magical flying goats.
Santa Claus is consistent with just about everyone's childhood, and I'm sure he'll still be spreading the magic for years to come. For Springdale District Television, I'm Chelsea Hidalgo.
Trenton, I am officially changing my Christmas tradition to start putting hay in my shoes for Santa Claus.
And I'm not so sure about the flying goats, but I swear I saw a flying reindeer one Christmas when I was young. Amanda, did you know about the traditions of putting cookies out for Santa Claus, right?
Of course.
This next story is an amazing story of an elementary student who is discovering that she has a natural talent for baking cookies.
Aww.
Raven Cooks files this report.
Caitlin's cookies are amazing.
They are really delicious.
You would think they would be coming from a bakery out in town somewhere.
Caitlin is a student who used to just bake cookies for her Kiwanis Kid Club, but now her hobby has grown so large she has begun taking orders and selling them to teachers and students.
And I got involved because my teachers thought that, hey, she's a good kid, she should be in this. So I said, yeah, this will be fun. And the kids, there was just a few kids last year, but I decided, hey, they might need a treat once in a while, so I better give them some cookies. My goal is to give it out to others and just kind of spread word about it.
She's just the type of kid that if you ask her to do something, she's willing to try it.
But Caitlin isn't just selling cookies for her own benefit. She gives 10% of her profit back to the school.
Because I figured that Elmdale would probably need money, and they've done so much for me that it's the least I could do.
Oh my gosh, I just thought it was amazing for a 5th grader to be donating part of what they're making to back to the school.
She's going to be very successful. I can see it in her future.
From Springdale Today, I'm Raven Cooks.
Caitlin's cookies were such a success that she got 6 dozen orders this holiday season.
Yeah. You know, one of my favorite parts about Christmas is getting a lot of presents, and a huge part of presents is making sure they look just right. We had Trenton himself make this quick how-to on wrapping presents.
Merry Christmas, and today we're going to be teaching you how to wrap a present. So first off, you're going to have to find the present wrap. I got this volleyball for Estrus because he's a volley bro at heart. Next up, you're going to have to find a box to put it in. Alright guys, and step number 2 is going to be finding the perfect wrapping paper. So you're going to want to make sure it's really special for that someone in your life. And then you're going to have to go and cut that wrapping paper to make sure it fits in with your present. So step number 3 is going to be wrapping the present. You want to make sure to be really careful and get nice, clean edges so that it looks really nice. And then you're going to have to make sure you don't use too much tape. It's just a little bit. Alright guys, and then you're almost done with your present. All you have to do now is put a little bow on it. Alright guys, now you have your perfect present. Merry Christmas, everybody.
I'm actually considering pursuing present wrapping as my career because that present looked amazing.
I think you definitely should. I would hire you for me every single year. Actually, I have a question for you. Can you name all the reindeer?
There's Donner, Blitzen. Wasn't there like a Chuck or a Charles or something in there?
While Trenton attempts that, let's see if all these folks can do it.
Rudolph.
Can you name all the reindeer? Blitzen? No. Comet and Cupid.
Blitzen, Rudolph, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph.
Rudolph, is that?
Rudolph. I forgot. Prancer. That's about all I know.
Dasher, Dancer, that's all.
Rudolph, Dasher.
Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid.
Rudolph, Blitzen. Vixen or Blitzen?
Blitzen. I don't know.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph. Yay! You did it!
The halls around the Springdale School District are full of Christmas spirit.
Yes, that is right, and so is our YouTube channel. Over the holiday break, you can bring up the Springdale School's YouTube channel and listen to over 20 hours of holiday music from choir to band and from elementary to high school. We have the holiday cheer. Check this out. That playlist has nearly 5 years worth of holiday performances. That is awesome.
Okay. Coming up after the break, Dr. Jim Rollins joins us in the studio, and the Bernice Young FFL Younglings debut their music video, Don't Feed the Geese.
Don't feed them.
My favorite part about Christmas is going sledding.
Making Christmas cookies to leave out for Santa.
My favorite part of Christmas is probably like the food. I really like, my mom cooks really good food during Christmas, and the presents, of course.
My favorite thing about Christmas is spending time with my family.
I think it's, for me, the magic of Christmas through my kids' eyes.
I have to say, putting up the Christmas tree and decorating it.
I like spending time with my family, putting up decorations with my mom, and giving gifts to my friends and spending time with them.
Probably getting to do things with your family.
I really enjoy the decorations on every house along the street. It really brings the festivity, and I feel like it just raises everyone's spirits.
My favorite part about Christmas is spending time with my family and just being around my friends, and it's really fun.
El programa lo escuché por medio de una vecina que ya antes venía en las clases y me motivó para venir, pero como yo no manejaba, hasta que manejé empecé a venir. Vale la pena estar aquí. Antes de venir a este programa, yo no conocía a muchas personas. Me siento bien con la maestra también, porque es una muy buena maestra, nos apoya, nos ayuda, nos motiva a seguir viniendo. Yo me siento bendecida de estar en este programa. Sí. 84. Good. Invito a más personas a venir al programa, que se animen, y todo esfuerzo tiene su recompensa para estar aquí. Y es todo.
At Springdale Public Schools, we're given every opportunity to succeed because we are #the choice for
education.
Athletics.
Music.
Welcome back. Thanks to the leadership of Dr. Jim Rollins, we are consistently growing to meet the needs of our students. In this sit-down interview with Director of Communications Rick Schaefer, Dr. Jim Rollins discusses the facilities in our school district.
Welcome to the Springdale Today segment with Springdale Superintendent Dr. Jim Rollins. Dr. Rollins, it seems like there's always building going on in the Springdale School District, and you've got several projects going or about to start right now.
Well, you're right. It is never ending, and I think that's very appropriate. When you look at a school of our size that's adding students every year, you have to plan and construct and get those facilities ready to serve kids so that their instructional program is not compromised as they begin to move through our system. We're really focused on, and have been now for some time, of going back to our older schools and really trying to make improvements and bring those forward. You can see evidence of that today at Westwood and at Elmdale and really across the majority of our schools. We've made those kind of improvements. Walker Elementary is on our list today. Tyson Elementary is on our list today. We're really looking forward to improvements at those schools. They've been phenomenal schools over time, and it's time for them to kind of get a new facelift, if you will. And a lot of times we'll do that through adding media centers at the school. But I think in both of these cases, we're going to expand that just a little bit and hopefully try to give new prominence, new definition to the entrances of the schools, et cetera. So I think our students, I know our families will be very appreciative of that, and we're looking forward to that work.
If you haven't been to Elmdale or Westwood within the last year, you ought to go. The fronts are absolutely amazing and they're gorgeous. Included in your plans are some athletic plans at Springdale High School.
You know, Rick, 2 is a very difficult number. I've learned a lot about that in the last 10 years. We're very, very pleased. Really, if you look or enter, walk the halls of Springdale High School, Har-Ber High School, you know those are beautiful facilities. But there are so many pieces of that, like you mentioned just a moment ago. We've been able to bring new stadiums forward at both of the schools. But there are other differences, and equality, equity is always a matter of concern to us. So right now we're looking at Springdale High School to bring a new softball program on for our girls, a new baseball facility on for our boys, and we've really worked hard on that for a number of years. Much of that hard work has been driven by the fact that the space that we have available at Springdale High School is pretty constrained space. But I think it's going to work. Keep my fingers crossed. We should be able to go out to bid in a couple of weeks and know if there's really reality in that process, but I think it's going to be just fine. So we're looking forward to bringing those 2 new facilities on at Springdale High School that will very much mirror what we have at Har-Ber High School today. In addition to that, and a little larger project is, but again, from the standpoint of equality, we've got a great track at Har-Ber, and that track really serves the entire district. We have looked long and hard at our ability to bring a track complex to Springdale High School. That's in the planning, in the bidding process. A little more challenging project because of the size and scope and cost, et cetera. But I'll be optimistic about that. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to do that as well. And as a part of bringing a new track to the south side of Springdale High School, we'll make some improvements to our tennis complex as well. So it's always an exciting time to work and contribute and to bring partnerships together for the kids of the Springdale School District, and these will be great additions when they happen.
2 new schools open this year, the Don Tyson School of Innovation, the Linda Childers Knapp Elementary School, and more building coming. So enjoy the construction that's to come. Thanks for joining us on this segment of Springdale Today.
Thank you, Dr. Rollins, for your leadership and willingness to get whatever resources our students and teachers need.
Okay, Amanda, that's it for us, our last show of 2016. What's your New Year's resolution?
I'd have to say my New Year's resolution is spending more time with my family before going off to college.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So this is our last show for 2016. We will be back in 2017 with more Springdale Today. Thank you to everyone in the Springdale School District for watching and everyone in the community as well. We leave you with a music video from the Bernice Young FFL Younglings called Don't Feed the Geese. For everyone here at Springdale Today,
I'm Trenton Wheeler.
And I'm Amanda Thad Knackham.
Merry Christmas!
Hug somebody you love!
Happy holidays!
Aww.
Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Once I thought that feeding geese was right. I thought I was helping them take flight. What could be wrong? Helping them to grow up strong. I thought this way for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Now I know that angel wing is real. What a difference in the way it makes me feel. No more deformed feathers, no more problems with predators. Let's stop feeding for the longest time.